Oh, yeah. Man, it really matched the tie well.
Kind of striking, yes.
You know me, fashionista. How high Bogut is on that dunk. Oh, my God.
Vertical, man.
That's incredible.
Now the preliminaries are out of the way. Happy New Year. Hello, Steve.
Happy New Year.
As you might know, Woj tweeted today that there was optimism, I think was the word he used, about Clay coming back Sunday. Any update from your end, and how realistic is a possibility of Sunday?
Yeah, no update. It's possible, but no update.
And then if I can ask one other follow, is Draymond obviously coming back tonight? I imagine he starts, and just sort of what do you expect from him given, 8-9 days off?
Yeah, he told me that he had a couple of great workouts the last couple of days, that he's felt great the whole time physically. So I don't anticipate, any setbacks for him. I think maybe even this time off will have done him some good. I mean, he's been playing so well and so hard for us, and sometimes a little break, unintended break can be a positive. So can't wait to get him back tonight.
What about Jordan? Is he going to start, or is he still coming off the bench tonight?
We're going to start Gary tonight, and Jordan will come off the bench.
Is that also, because I know last game you talked about that being kind of the matchup, but is it also, again, in preparation for Clay's coming back real soon and wanting to get him?
It's matchup based. There's no guarantee I'm going to start this way in Dallas and New Orleans and moving forward. It's just, this is the way we're going to go tonight, and we'll see how it goes.
The only guys on your injury report are Clay and James, the usual folks with their long-term injuries. With a healthy team now, and I hope this is not a cursed question, are you optimistic that COVID is done rolling through the team and you'll be healthy to start this year?
No. Are you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How do the precautions continue, and how do you make sure this team stays as healthy as possible?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's just trying to follow the protocols and wear masks on the plane and in the locker room and be as safe as possible. But this thing has been so random, and it doesn't feel over by any means for us. So we just have to stay vigilant and hopefully get lucky, but we'll keep moving forward.
The league rescheduled your game that was postponed against Denver. What do you think about where it landed in March?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot tougher for us than for Denver, obviously, because they don't have to go anywhere and we have to, make a special trip there. So not ideal, but it is what it is. And a lot of teams are having to make concessions and doing different things to just keep the league moving while we go through this. So that's what we'll do.
Steve, what stage is James at this point?
James cleared protocols, so he took part in shoot around this morning, and will continue to ramp up his activity. He won't go on the road trip, but he will continue to get work in while we're gone, and then we're hopeful that he's able to get in contact work next week when we come back.
Safe to assume that Clay will go on the road trip?
Clay is going on the trip, yes.
Steve, 2 games without Draymond. What did you learn about your team, and particularly those adjustments that you made from the first to second game that led to 39 assists and 123 points?
Well, we have a deep team, and we've shown this year we're able to win games. When we're missing guys. Draymond is one of the key guys on our team and in the league, really. I think the best defensive player in the league, and so it makes it more difficult to win. And that's why I thought the Utah game was as impressive a win as we've had all year. The team played great, moved the ball, knocked down shots, and defended a great offensive team, the best offensive team in the league. Well enough to win. So I was really proud of the guys and really excited to get Draymond back tonight.
Steve, in your experience, can you recall a story remotely similar to that of Gary? Given where he was a year ago, where he was 3 months ago, and where he is now?
I'd have to give it some thought. Raymond probably has some ideas, but just tell her he completely made that up. Yes. But yeah, it is pretty unique. Usually if a guy bounces around for 5 or 6 years, he keeps bouncing around. So it's pretty rare for a story like this to occur. It's a testament to Gary's perseverance. And I think his work ethic, because he's really worked hard to make himself into the player that he's become. He's basically known as a non-shooter all the way up until this year. Now he's shooting over 40% from three. That doesn't just happen. That's a lot of hours in the gym. So it's one of the things I love about this team. We've got a lot of guys who have had to claw their way to get here, and that establishes a toughness within the group that I really like.
Following up on that earlier question about Jordan, obviously it's going to be a challenge to rearrange the rotation a bit when Clay comes back. How do you handle someone like Jordan, who's had some success in a starting role, and obviously is going to be affected significantly by Clay's return? Yeah, there will be a lot of guys who are affected by Clay's return, and I've talked to the group. I've talked to individual players. It's not an easy thing to deal with. As for Jordan, he's still going to play a huge role for our team moving forward. We're going to need him. But it's a different role, and that's not an easy thing to adjust to during the season. So we're just lucky to have Jordan. We're thrilled with his progress that he's made over the last couple of years. And we think he's going to be an impact player for us for a long time. And this is a special season we have going, and I think one of the things our guys understand is if you have a chance to play on a really good team, a team that has a shot, sacrifices need to be made, and that's going to be the case for a lot of guys. But that's understood. Sort of along those lines, what's it going to be like for guys like Jordan and others? I think there's 10 or 12 of the players on the roster who've never played with Clay. How quick a process can that be? How do you sort of acclimate? Obviously Steph and Draymond and Looney are so familiar playing with him, but there's so many other guys who are not at all. Yeah. I've actually told all those guys, don't cater to Clay because he'll get his shots. Don't worry about him. Clay's going to be fine. Simple as that. Clay heard it, and he agreed.
I think Wiggins remarked something about, this is Andre relaying it, that, wow, Clay doesn't dribble. Are they prepared for the style of basketball that Clay likes to play?
Well, it's really easy to play with someone who doesn't dribble. It's very hard to play with somebody who dribbles a lot. So that's the beauty of Clay, is that he would fit on any one of the 30 teams in the league immediately, because he's going to come off screens and catch and shoot, and that quality allows an offense to flow. The difficulty comes when a guy is pounding it 10, 12 times and the whole offense stops. So it's one of the reasons our team has been what it is for many years, because of Clay and his style of play. Thank you.